Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! It's me.
Hey, hey, hi everyone.
Can everybody hear me? Okay? Can you guys hear me? Okay?
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Wonderful.
Maybe. That's
Yeah, you
such
sound
good
great.
news for me. Dude, you sound great. You sound great.
No
Hi,
way,
everybody. Yes, all the time. It's a little dark in there. I gotta say, it's a little bit on the dark side.
Where? Me? Check this out.
In your room. Welcome everybody to the Happiness is Easy Part 1 listening party live stream. Today we're going to be listening to all of Happiness is Easy with commentary from your favorite goofballs on the rug. We're going to have some special guests on today as well. We're going to have Basic Printer on, who will be touring with us in the fall. And then we're also going to have Dave Peters, who we recorded the album, a lot of the album with in Los Angeles on as well. So we are very, very excited. There is a lot to get through today, especially with listening to the entire record and talking about it. So unfortunately, we're going to have to start moving through these things quickly right off the bat. I'm sorry for anybody who wanted more of an annoying intro from us, which I can't imagine is very many. So before we get into all of that, I also want to let you guys know that we will be raffling off some free vinyl from us and Basic Printer as well, in addition to announcing the winners of the tour ticket contest, which is a tour ticket plus one VIP. So I guess 2 VIP tour tickets per like whatever show you're going to. Okay, it wasn't described well, but the prize is good.
It makes sense to me. I'm still with you. I'm still with you.
Me too.
Thank God. Thank you guys. I was worried. We are going to be doing that throughout the listening party. So if you did enter and you are hoping to get that going, to Jesus Christ, this is the issue. I didn't drink caffeine. Sean, you had coffee? You smart bastard.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a bad idea.
Look at him. Look at him go. Take a sip for me.
He's so perked.
Right? Nice. Yeah.
Oh wait.
So...
Hey, sorry.
Wow.
I just got to throw this comment up there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also,
okay. Nobody's commenting on my mustache. That's fine. Transphobes, come on, get in the chat. Start commenting on my mustache.
Don't invite them.
So sorry, just to move things on, Sean, because you're all caffeined up, I'm going to ask you for a favor. As we start doing the listening party, I'm going to ask you to queue up in your browser the list of entries and just do one practice randomization. You're already good to go?
Already did it.
Beautiful.
No way. He's so good.
So I guess let's just get started because we got a lot to do.
Let's get in there.
Just a quick introduction to the record. Maybe Brendan, Sean, let's each give a little introduction into what this album is about, how we feel about it. Let's just give get them a little context.
I'll say this. I think Happiness is Easy was the biggest project that we took on together. Like just in terms of like the breadth of the project and like how many songs there are and just like the complexity of some of the ideas in like arrangement and how we recorded some of it and just like the feeling of it of working on it was like at times like so heavy and felt like it was grasping at straws. We felt like we bit off too much like more than we can chew. And I think we all learned a lot through the process of doing it. I mean, again, it was going to be a one album and it's 30 songs and about an hour and a half of music. So just in that sense, it's just so much material. And, but I think at the end of it, personally, I'm really proud of like what we created together. Mm-hmm. And I think we had to really fight for this one to like make it, something that we were proud of. And I think we pulled it off at the end. It was like touch and go. We were like, oh God, even in the final stages of dealing with all this, like 30 songs of material and like putting it all together in a way that's like digestible or like a listener can get into, it was like, oh shit, you kept saying jump the sharks. And, but I think at the end, at the end of it, I think it came out great in my opinion. I don't know. You'll see. Maybe you'll hate it, but I think it's really great. It's great.
I think,
but it tested us a lot.
Totally. I think it's the album I'm most proud of because of all those reasons. Like it was so hard to, with like no instruction manual to just figure out what we were going to do with all the material and what it really meant. And it kind of started with like the question of what it means to be happy, and then evolved into like me personally, and I'm sure Brendan too, and Casey, of like it started this group thinking shift to where we started talking about just different tops, like our interests pivoted. And yeah, just it was an album that made me like think a lot about myself because of that, and where I am in relation to happiness, and even like our career that we do together, you know. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think
it's crazy.
I'll let you
Crazy. Go ahead.
speak. Yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, I think the the album topic was like very relevant for you, Casey, but also kind of just for all of us. Like, it was like after having some success when Lonesome and Mad did well, and then it was like trying to find ourselves and like figure out what to say after that, and like, and I think we had a lot of like things that were challenges over the last year, and I think those feelings like came out and came through the music in ways that were hopefully the listener can hear, like that it's the feelings are real there, you know. But you have a personal relationship, I think, more to this album. I mean, considering you wrote the song, so you should say what you think.
No.
Don't listen to me.
I do think it's an important record, like for all of us, because yeah, it started with me trying to approach the subject of, you know, what it means to be happy, and especially since like a lot of the earlier records like Adeline and Pale King and Homesick, a lot of it is complaints about the world around us, right? And then so to actually take accountability for at least my own happiness and be like, what does that actually look like? And, you know, looking over that ledge is terrifying, because I realized that my life looked a lot different than the life that I was hoping, you know, I would be living. And so it's interesting. I always say this in our press interviews, but like, albums and songs that are successful, in my opinion, are ones where from when you set out to start writing it to when it's done, you've learned something yourself through the process of making the art, through the process of finishing that song. And I really do think that more than any of the other records, I've really grown as, I mean, obviously, but you know, obviously not just physically either, but I've grown as a person. The first songs that we wrote for this record were like, there's so much internalized like distaste for myself and who I am, and like I just learned to be through trudging through the muck of this record. And I saved all our press interviews for like last night, where I was like kind of doing all of the Q&As and stuff in bed, but I was writing a whole bunch about how like, to like all those the magazine, I was just like like, even if this isn't well received to the fans, I will be grateful I got to make the record, because it taught me so much. Anyways, not to get too sentimental and too sappy, and I think go ahead.
I think we learned a lot through this record, like just even the topic of like exploring what makes you happy, and like putting that into words or putting that into a feeling through music or something. I think there was like a lot for us to learn there, and not being happy with what we were doing as artists, and then pushing through that and finding a way through that. Yeah, there was like a lot of growth, I think, for us.
Right. And it's made it, to me, like one of the more important projects that we've worked on together.
Yeah.
It feels important.
Okay.
Should we do it? Should we start it?
I think we should get into it, because I'm sure there's going to be tons of stories along the way. There's going to be lots of fun. Let's go ahead and cue up the first one. Sean, do you have it with record background, picture background, or what's your? I
do.
Okay, cool. Let's throw it up. Let's listen to the first song, you guys.
Okay, here we go.
I do just real quick before you hit go on that. I just do want to mention it starts with a short interlude into a song that you've already heard and I guess there's no point in saying that. Let's go ahead and roll. Sorry.
All right. Here's the first tune.
vacuum salesman, hate what you do. You're always gonna fail, then try to make yourself feel better. Ba, 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 da, da. Safe and smile, you really start to feel it. Look some way, and maybe you'll be it. I certain nights to make it worth you. Mind if I come here? I wanna cry in my car alone. In my car alone.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
Lord. Oh, hey.
That's the best song I've ever heard in my life, honestly.
It is really good.
There are some
I like it.
moments in that one that I always
That's a
forget
good
about.
one,
Where
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I love your minimalist snare drum though. Taka, 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 taka.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the second
just
time,
to
it's double time. Anyway.
Right.
I don't know, my audio, my like video streaming is always like off from your guys's, and you guys like handle it so gracefully. How I'm 20 seconds delayed behind you guys all the time. But if anybody's wondering why we seem like we can't communicate with each other, my computer shares a brain cell with me. So just real quick, I'm gonna invite on Dave, who helped us record this record, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that song because it is one of the singles. And I think it'll give us a nice in to the rest of the record. So everybody, welcome Dave Peters, the man behind
David
the gear.
Peters.
Dave, are you ready to come on?
Hey. Wow.
Your camera shot is so much better than
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a
David.
producer, so
Oh yeah, I
and an
forgot.
artist.
And he's so modest too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way modest.
Dave,
I'm like
I miss
modest
calling you like every day. Now that the album's over, we never talk anymore.
Well,
I
there's
know.
there's no
And you
need
took
to.
over my hairdo.
I know, yeah.
You got the sheep curls. Usually the sheep is my spirit animal, but now it's become yours.
You shared it with me. I've learned your ways.
Aw.
Yeah, I used to hear from Brendan at least 3 or 4 times an hour. More
Yeah.
drums. More drums.
Can we get a little more drums, Dave?
And can
Yeah.
you take the shaker out and then put it back in, and then I'm going to call you in a week
yeah.
for you to take it out again.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll talk about that one when we get to that song.
It seems like we're joking, but we're not.
But we're not. Yeah. What is there to say about this one, Dave?
This is the one
Just on the
that-
spot.
I think I
Come on, Dave.
think I
What you got?
started with this song, or this was one of the songs I tried starting with, and I mixed it badly so many times. I mixed it really badly so many times. So I don't know why this one just about killed me. But when I listened back to it, I thought it was working.
There were a
What
lot
mix-
of mixes of this tune.
What number? I kind of want to open our Dropbox and see, like 15 maybe or something. Like
There were like eras. There was like the first mix I
Yeah.
tried to do,
Right.
and then we just shelved all that. We shelved the whole song, and then we redid vocals, and we came back. I tried a different method, then we shelved that, and then by the end, then we were doubling choruses. Anyway, this song really took a while, but it paid off. It paid off.
I remember there
Yeah,
being
like-
like a naming convention increase. Like it was like mix 1A, 1B, 1C, and then it was like mix 9 or 7 upside down apple cake, number 42 underscore balloons. It was crazy.
I have a whole method. I have a
Um,
whole labeling method that I make up as I go. Still after 30
Why don't
years
you
of
just
doing
have
this.
it be numbers. I still don't understand that. Just keep the numbers
Well,
increasing.
so the
and then it-
reason is that sometimes I give you options. Okay, so
That's
I'm
true.
working on mix 3, but do you like A, B, or C better? And I'm trying stuff. And
I
then if
feel like
And it's
sometimes
usually-
C,
You just skip whole numbers, though. You know?
Yeah, you do that.
those are the mixes that I tried and then failed so badly I didn't even send
You
them.
didn't even send him over.
Those
Oh,
are the-
no.
You'll do this. Yeah. So are you beyond mixing? Do you remember us recording this? We recorded that there, right? This
Yeah.
one that we did at your studio. Okay.
Mhm.
Did we? You remember
Yeah,
anything about
I think
recording
so.
it? Some of the fun tricks we came up with.
It feels like so long ago.
There was, I was late going through pictures and stuff, but I think this is where one of the places where we actually used the megaphone that you stuck in front of the drums.
Oh,
And then we
yeah.
stuck the microphone in the megaphone.
That's happening in the second verse? when it
And
gets
then
like
I think there's a little bit of that,
Yeah.
and then I put some contact mics on. They're just like little. They're not really a microphone. They're just kind of a vibration pickup thing. You kind of glue them on things, and I stuck those on the kick and the snare. Those are happening in that second verse. There's the megaphone.
yeah, like it gets all filtered, so that's the sound of the megaphone and those contact mics.
Mm.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That-
Also,
that-
there's Leslie on the vocals too, right? That's one thing we did.
At some
That's
point
true.
there was. I don't know if it's still there or not. I forget after all the iterations. But so a Leslie speaker is this. It's kind of a speaker cabinet for old organs. You know, you had the organs with all the wah, 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 right. It's a spinning speaker. And so one of the things that all of you guys said before we even started recording this record, they're like, you know what I hear on this record? Leslie spinning speaker. So what do? I guess I need to get a Leslie spinning speaker. So I went shopping, and by the time you got here, we had a Leslie speaker.
We have this
kind of
way of
went crazy.
manipulating Dave. Yeah, we'll like
Yeah.
tell him something. Hey, I've just been thinking about like a pre-war Gibson art top. Like, no worries. Like you could get it or don't get it. Whatever you feel like. And then we'll get there, and he's got 11 of them. He's like, I sold a
How
kit,
many guitars?
took out-
Yeah. How many guitars did you buy for that session?
Before you came in, I think there were 3 or 4 new guitars. Now they're like 7.
So
And a
ridiculous.
B3 or a was it an A?
Still looking for a good one.
A whole Hammond organ too. Like, yeah, that was fun.
I think
That was
Yeah.
fun.
when Under the Rug comes out to the studio, because you're traveling in, and whenever we made Homesick, we had like 3 instruments, right, and a kazoo. That's what we had for that record.
That's
And
true.
so you're coming back out. We were going to do a longer thing. We were trying to make a bigger record. And I was remembering, like, struggling through the lack of instruments and the fact that, all we really had is the 3 of you and the instruments in one Prius. That's what was the first round. So I was trying to think, okay, let's actually get some instruments in here that are a little fun, things you're not going to haul across the country in your tour van. And just to make it more fun, give us a bigger palette. Yeah.
I think we used like almost all of them too. Over the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I made a point to make sure we used all of them, or else it was going to be really sad that I got them. Yeah.
I mean, not to mention the whole orchestra worth of instruments that we rented too.
Yes.
Like the
yeah.
chimes and vibraphone and
Yeah.
Do you have pictures of that, Sean? Did you load in any pictures of that moment?
I could have.
Do you want me to send you some, Sean? And at some point, I don't know. It's probably too late.
I might actually have some in here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, if you want to send them over, I could throw them
We'll
up.
talk about it.
Yeah, we should play the next one.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move this thing along. I just do want to mention that each of these songs, as we continue listening, like obviously, there's some fiction. It's a vacuum cleaner salesman, but these are all attempts at writing around what it means to pursue being happy, and I think as we continue listening to the record, hopefully some of the moments come together. But yeah, the song seems topical and silly, but I do think there's something important, at least to me, to be said about this character that just like wants to be anything but a vacuum cleaner salesman, and just sort of laments around, and then has this moment of like being like, I'm sick of just crying in the car alone. I have to do something about this. And I think the heart of that song, and why it's a good introduction to the album, because although it's silly, it meant something to me to connect with this fictional character. So let's move on to the next song. This is a until now unheard song.
I've heard it.
I think so. Well,
Dave has heard it. Yeah, Dave. No, I think we did a live version of it. I think we did a live in our living room version, but no one's. I don't think anyone's heard the.
Not the recording, no, not yet. All right,
Okay, here we go. Song number 2 or 3?
3.
Hey, Dave.
Mary, don't cry. It'll be alright. The sunrise again. So keep it battling. We're laying it awful hard, being you. Fly trapped in a jar, used to sleeping at the bar. Ooh, Mary, Mary. Headed on a shore, Mary. What you living for, Mary? You're riding on the wall, Mary. Don't wanna see you fall. Lay it all
Alrighty. God, that's such a rocker at the end. That one's super.
I know.
Intense. So the way maybe we'll do this just to keep things rolling is, Dave, maybe you can talk a little bit about the production, and then we'll kind of segue into each next song with a little blurb about kind of what the song means, and we'll kind of do this for the next handful of songs. I also, just quick aside, want to mention that as of tonight at midnight, the record is going to go from pre-orders to a live sale. We're going to put the link to that pre-orders tab. So basically, as soon as now, if you want to order the record, there will be no delay for the most part in getting you the merchandise, like there was, months ago when we started running this pre-order. So anybody who wants to support us this way, feel free to get your now limited stock merch as of kind of this offer moment. But let's move on from there. Dave, this one was kind of a special one from a recording aspect. Can you talk a little bit about why that is?
It? I don't remember anything about recording this song. On to you, Casey.
Is that true?
Good.
I don't remember recording. I remember it kind of being like, I remember mixing it, and it was kind of, I just remember it kind of coming in later, and I remember it like being so fast and easy compared to like something like the I Don't Want to Cry in My Car. I just kind of remember mixing it and sending it, you being like, yeah, okay, good, it's done.
That's because this was a station song. We did the song of this live.
It was live.
Was this at the beginning?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I have a picture.
I took a whole day setting up the stations, and everyone's like, I don't want to do the stations. And so this is the one that worked whenever I had it set up at the beginning. Okay.
I have a picture to jog
The
your
one
memory.
that you prepared months for.
Remember, we moved the couch and built little stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like the living room with a sofa baffle. Yes.
Yeah, the
sofa baffle.
I also found this.
Oh, that's a good one. Those are all those orchestral instruments.
Yeah, those live cuts were fun. It felt, you made it feel really exciting. Like you had this plan, and we're each going to have a station set up that we could move between, and it was a lot of fun.
it was just so we were
Yeah.
trying to do so many things with 30 songs that there was no way to keep it realistic. Though we had to tear it down and just keep moving. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So to
so
give
like
a little kind of direct
Oh, God, yeah.
context, we were gonna do a. We asked Dave, hey, we wanted. It's mostly because of you guys. That so many of the Rugrats had asked that we record more of our songs in the fashion of our in the living room live streams, and
Right.
and we thought, let's finally listen. And this time when we go out to California to record the next record, let's have Dave be prepared by setting up these live stations. Okay, this is such a great idea. And Dave, of course, he takes it to heart and he works so hard. He starts buying gear. He starts organizing the room, the stations. He starts thinking about, hey, can you send me the demos of the songs you're thinking of doing so that I can know, okay, we can maybe block this time out to get this drum related sound, this in the room sound. The idea being that we were going to do these songs live in the room. And as soon as we got there, we basically recorded Mary and a couple other scratch takes of some other tunes. And immediately we all knew this was not the way that we were going to have to record this record. And we kind of look over at Dave and I'm like, Dave, I know you did so much prep work on this, but it's not working. I think we're going to have to move to a normal multi-track setup. And the crestfallen countenance as I articulate this change to Dave, he's like, okay,
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
no problem.
I completely disagree. And but it's your record, and whatever you want to do, I don't really care.
It's
I'm
just
happy
too
to-
complicated.
Whatever you
It's too complicated of a record for that or something. We weren't ready. I don't know.
That's true. That's
But-
more of
but
an
then we
EP
got-
vibe.
We got
I
a
was
gem out of
testing
it,
some
which is
equipment
the
the other
beginning of
day.
Mary.
I was testing some equipment
Sorry.
the other day, and I brought up some of those tracks, just to I wanted to run something raw through it to see what happened, and they were sounding great. They were sounding great. You just didn't believe. You just didn't believe. Now we got whatever we got with this record, you know.
I will say.
Hey, Rugrats,
that
how do you feel
Mary-
about the record? Did we make a mistake?
Just kidding.
Maybe down the line, like 10 years from now, we'll release some alternate versions or something. You know?
Yes,
No,
I,
no
I-
one's buying that.
somewhere.
All right.
I have all kind of outtakes that I could sell on the side. If anyone's interested, reach out to me.
Bootleg.
You know.
Sneaky.
Do you give a blurb, Casey?
Okay, Sean, we cut him off like 11 times. Our internet is being
Oh.
pretty wonky right now, so I apologize for the technical difficulties, you guys. But Sean, did you have something you wanted to mention about it?
About Mary? Not that hasn't already been said now.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
you're
go, everyone.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna go now.
yeah. Don't nobody else say anything. Mary to me, just building on this theme, just another character-driven story. Somebody who is just very woe is me. And I think when you're coming to terms with who you are in a hard moment, things are very woe is me. And I've been negotiating my relationship with myself in that regard. Like, how many moments can be Eeyore moments before you're like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. like, let's do something about this. When we talk about growing through this record, I think back to the very beginning of putting this together and feeling very much like everyone else was the speaker and I was Mary, and everyone else was going, oh, fucking boo-hoo. And they were right. But anyways, let's move on to the next song, and then I would like to do a quick detour into a giveaway. Are you guys okay with that?
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
Let's
Giveaways?
do it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sure.
Next song.
This
Let's
one
get it done.
is an important one. Here it comes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. had been feeling down, so I got drunk and played the clown to a good friend. But he told me to be a man. Everything is just great and it's fine and it's dandy. And I found myself going on, calculating what things were wrong and were unfair. And he eventually had to leave, uncertain than when I did to yeah. Ooh, yeah. Something to it. There's nothing to it. There's nothing. The happiness is easy, but it's just outside my reach. Just outside my reach. Oh, happiness is so goddamn easy, but it's just outside my reach. It's just outside my reach. Happiness is so goddamn easy, but it's just outside my reach. Come on!
Woo!
I
Yeah,
love that song. I love how it came out.
that's a good
We
one.
had to do it so many times, but it was so worth it.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. And while we're doing that, I'm going to increase our party size by 1. Basic Printer, are you down to jump on?
Whoa, BP!
Yeah. I think we're gonna be giving away some vinyl, and BP is if you know, you know, he is our opening act on this fall tour, as well as a very good friend and musical peer of ours, and an incredible songwriter. Basic Printer is going to be giving away some vinyl as well to make this a wonderful send off into Happiness is Easy Part 1 land. Okay, without further ado, welcome Basic Printer to the stage. Hello, Basic Printer.
Hey!
Hi.
Oh,
Jesse,
his
you're
mic is
muted.
off, but he doesn't know it.
Oh, he's muted. This is fun.
Hey, congratulations!
Hey.
How are you?
What's up,
Doing
Jesse?
great. Having so much fun with this, watching this.
It
And
is
listen
cool to
again.
hear it, actually. You
Yeah.
know?
It's very exciting because when you listen just normally, it's we're listening with an audience, which is interesting. Like it feels like alive. You're like, holy shit, everyone's plugged into the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump in and say that if we all hesitate to respond to you, it's because we're so delayed that we're like, all right, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna jump in? Sometimes maybe it can help in this kind of situation. We call up the next person and be like, Sean, what do you think of this? But I do want to say thank you for joining this, Jesse. This was your favorite track, right?
I think so. It's undeniable in its positivity. There's an optimism to it, you know.
There
It's
is?
a cheery song musically, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the balance
I-
of this whole message and theme, you know.
Yeah.
I think you kind of nailed that. Like the tension between this character that's just like having a bad go of it, and then this sort of jaunty, like it's kind of like a Smith's formula, right?
Like the boys don't
girlfriend
cry
in a
anymore.
coma, I know. I know. But yeah, this song, for all of its jaunty nonchalance, is also a nightmare. This is the
Yeah.
fourth or fifth iteration of it. We had like so many.
Yeah.
Dave, do you remember these iterations? You must, since you spent tons of hours mixing each individual incarnation and then us thumbs downing, right?
I think we recorded it here at least twice and then tried to mix it. And then I tried adding stuff to it and nothing was quite.
Oh yeah.
Everything was very close, but it wasn't right yet. And then I think you tried then adding some stuff at home. And then finally, I think you just wiped the board and did it live. Not live, but you did it at home.
Yeah, we retracked the whole song basically.
Yeah,
and it was like a point of contention. Like we got in fights about it. I was like, we're never gonna be able to do this song. It's like the last song on the record. We're never gonna be able to do this. It was so intense at the time, and all we had to do was just retrack it again.
We were so scared of doing all that work, because it sounded scary to scrap everything that you already did, and that was totally it. We did it sort of live. We all tracked at the same time. Like Casey and I tracked guitar in the control room while the drums were being tracked out there. Yeah.
You also came up with a
new... It's funny when you...
Oh, go ahead, Casey.
Oh, me? You want me to go? Okay, I'll go. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go speak now. When we started playing music, I remember this once upon a time when we all first met. When a musician starts playing music, I think you start to be like, okay, like I don't need to play to a metronome because the natural oscillations in my own peccadillos of timing are human, and that makes for good music. And then you do this like 10-year period of like realizing, okay, I'm actually an idiot and I need to, focus and learn how to play to a metronome. And then we started realizing around our side on this record, playing to a click on all these on the last couple records of songs, it makes for a very, but it does miss some kind of human element, and finding the balance to doing that was part of the process of learning how to create the song. All of those previous iterations were versions where the timing of the song was dictated by a very strict click. The metronome was very strict, and then we decided, okay, this isn't working. Maybe there is some inarticulatable micro amount of swing that's and maybe even a lack of dialogue in swing amount between the drums and between the acoustic guitar, and this creates the effect that makes it work live, but that from a sort of theory perspective or a mathematical songwriting perspective, it would be very hard to be like, okay, it's actually 13% swing on the drums, but it's 28% swing on the guitar. And so we ended up retracking it in that classic way of being like, let's do a scratch track live together, and then let's individually punch each instrument. And it made for something that for the first time after 900 iterations felt human and alive. And there's flaws, but I'm fucking proud that we got there eventually, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
I think Dave was about to talk about this, but we started using tempo maps of like performances of the song that we thought felt good, like had a good ebb and flow. So we would actually dump that tempo map into our project and then play to it. So there's a natural like progression of tempo as the song progresses, or as the verse comes down, like the tempo shifts by like 1 or 2 BPM. So, and I think that allowed this song in particular to like flow and like feel more like, have some amount of like fluidity instead of just being one, flat sausage of tempo. So that was a cool moment when we figured that out, that we could do that. So
yeah.
It's funny too, because the beginning of that song wants to be so metronomic. It wants to be do 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 do, like it just wants to be like this loop. So you think, okay, that's the approach. Let's just put one strong tempo, and everyone has to match it like a computer. And then this was definitely one of the ones where you just wipe that off the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ready to raffle?
Yeah.
I'm ready to raffle.
Yeah. Let's do
You
it.
guys ready to raffle? Okay.
Who's ready to
Guys,
raffle?
we're gonna who's ready to raffle? We're gonna raffle off the first item here tonight. I think that is going to be the first pair of tour tickets. With John, can you screen share the randomization, or do you want to just read it off? Either way, I don't know
could
if it's more
screen share.
exciting. Okay.
Screen
John's gonna
share.
screen share this spreadsheet, and we're gonna
Alright.
randomize it, and then if you are the person who wins and you are here, I would very much appreciate if you would chime in into the chat, and then we will be reaching out at the end of the night tonight to give you the details. We are gonna have to ask you a couple of details in a back and forth, so make sure you check your if it's on Instagram or Facebook, make sure you check your message. Like your spam folder or your whatever that secondary unread folder is.
All right.
Without further ado, the
do
first pair of VIP tickets for the Happiness is Easy Part 1 tour being given away tonight.
Dude.
Brendan, do you have a snare in there?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's
One second.
okay.
All right.
Brendan's getting a snare.
I learned how to randomize in Sheets today. You know,
Yeah.
you'd think I'd already know how to
Sorry,
do
yeah.
that, but I didn't.
Here. All right.
All
let's
right.
see.
260
Oh, the snare. Okay, here we go.
machines in total. All right, Brendan.
You ready?
And-
Wait.
oh, that's not good.
Boo!
Perfect.
All right, there it is on
Froggy vignette.
Instagram.
Foggy
Foggy.vignette 521.
I wonder who that was.
Foggy.vignette521. Do you happen to be
yeah.
here in the chat?
I am going to post it inside the chat so that people know.
That's gonna be my new album name, by the way.
Very
Foggy Vignette.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I like it.
It is
Might
a
have
good
some
name.
copyright issues.
Good phrase.
Yay,
Okay.
Foggy.
We're not having anyone chiming in, but we are going to reach out to Foggy Vignette after this and award them the ticket. Hopefully, we will find someone who's here tonight who may join us in chat. Everyone is congratulating you, but I can't write and show the comments at the same time.
You guys, I thought it was Froggy, but it's
Hi,
Foggy.
me too.
Froggy
Yeah, I kept
Vignette
saying
is
Froggy.
is the Part B album
Oh,
after
okay. yeah.
Foggy Vignette. Because in the fog you find the frogs.
Hey,
That's what I was
Oh.
I've been saying that my whole life.
I've been saying that for years.
As you do.
Should we raffle the vinyl the same way?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Through the names? Yeah, probably. Just in the
the
interest of
names?
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a
Um,
couple more
we'll-
songs and then we'll do a vinyl.
Lovely.
Okay, you want to do a couple more songs and then a vinyl?
Yeah,
Let's
right?
keep it going, guys. I know we've been on. This is going to be quite a long live stream, but it is a momentous occasion as we've been slaving away over this album. Hopefully, y'all can stay to find out if you win. Let's play the next song for you. This
Let's do it.
one is.
You've heard this one before. Hopefully.
You've heard this one before. Here we go. Let's play this one and the next one back to back then, so that
Sounds
we can
good.
talk about
Let's
it.
do it.
Okay.
You must remind yourself to always laugh a lot, to always laugh a lot. For if you don't, you think of all the things, you think of all the things, like the hotel and the blue fluorescent light and the cockroach on the lamp wishing you good night. Well, you must remind yourself to always laugh a to always be on guard, to always be on guard. For this is your only chance, and you never can know when they're gonna pull your card. All of this is But I'm tired of your bad news. Such a bore, such a bore. Don't you find you're listening? Such an uncreative chore. This and this and this and this. Perfectly in your face. This and this and this and this. So much you have missed. So much. But I'm tired of your bad news. Who benefits from that? And the alligator smiling beneath the water's level. This and this and this and this. Why you can't live growing sense? This and this and this and this. So much you have missed. So
I forgot about that part for some reason.
Oh my god, I'm on
funny.
fire right now. It's
Oh,
You asked me for one of the interview questions today, Casey, what was my favorite song off of part one, and I said that They Said was my favorite, but Bad News is
That's a good one,
close.
man.
It's probably my favorite. I don't want to give away too much about tour or anything, but we may or may have not tried this one on for the set, and it's my favorite to play, I think, out of all the songs that we've been practicing. Playing guitar.
Little teaser there from Sean about the set.
There's
Yeah.
something really rewarding about that ending. The shut up, da-dum, bum, da-dum. The way the strings come in that second verse and the little vocal fry on alligator smiling. It's nice.
Mhm.
Feels good.
Johnny didn't. I mean Jesse. We call Jesse Johnny, so that's going to be confusing if you don't know that. But Johnny, isn't this one of your favorites too? Off the record, I remember you talking about it with Mick, who was actually here when the song was written. Who's
That's
your
right.
touring keyboardist?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that it was like gonna sneakily be maybe the most popular song. I think it has the fixings to weirdly have that, like, in a sort of unpredictable way. Like there's something magical about it you can't put your finger on.
Yeah, it's earwormy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
This was
Dave, how do you
for
feel
me
about it?
because this wasn't one that was originally tracked here.
Yeah.
What was amazing to me is we had like this 20 some song record, and then you're like, that's not done yet. So like you just kept pumping me new songs that you would just invent and send. And this was one of them. This was kind of at the very end of the record. And I'm just like, I could write all my life and like maybe come up with something this cool with all these layers. And they're just like, here's another one. Here's another one. And this was just like here's another one as far as like my perspective over here, because I was getting like 5 or 6 of these things a day.
It's
Here's
for
one.
sure our favorite. It's our
Here you
favorite
go,
thing.
Dave.
Brilliant. This is great.
Yeah, I think the recording of this one came together really easy, other than the bass.
The bass.
The bass was a mission.
That was
we
a
had
saga.
to-
for
we-
sure.
I think we had 4 different people try bass on this song, and yeah, what's going on over there?
It's an ice pop, okay?
It's so audible.
It is very audible. I love the like irreverent. It's an ice pop.
Yeah, come on, be nice.
Yeah.
Pop.
Let a man live.
But yeah, anyway, the bass was a challenge, and I think we had 4 people record it, and maybe even 5, and then I think we had I think it was Alex. Did we end up using Alex? We had him re-record it again, so we had like it was just like so many different versions of the bass.
I even
I don't know.
tried.
It's
I even
a
did a
we had a
whole.
bass
You tried,
player
yeah.
on for like 5 nights in a row, and was just
Yeah.
banging your head against the desk. Like,
And when you listen to it, it's like simple. Like what we ended up with is like for the verses is like so simple too. Like it just for whatever reason it was like riding the line because that groove is so specific. It's like it's like the drums are really syncopated, but they're light. It's not like a funk groove. They're played with like broomsticks.
Flip flop.
Yeah, and then there's the flip, like the rhythm flip flops. It's like very much
Mhm.
on the quarter note in this like in that guitar picky pattern, and then it's syncopated, and then it's downbeats, syncopated downbeats. So it was like hard to get like the right like interpretation of that, of like that feel. So anyway, I think what we ended up with was great. Oh, it's Alec. That's right. Alec came
Is
to
it
the
Alec?
studio and
Alec came
yeah, he
over,
recorded it
yeah, we
at the
workshopped
studio.
bass on Guitar
Thank you,
Pro a
Mebis.
little bit.
Yeah.
Like we would take some of the melodies that Casey and me and you would come up with, I guess, when she was trying the bass, and then had Alec try it in Guitar Pro
Yeah.
and then in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That took a long
Anyway,
time.
that
too.
was the
nitpicky
challenge.
about that one. So
Yeah.
I just want to, as a quick aside, I want to mention Dave is like the king of being like humble, but Dave is a very accomplished and wonderful songwriter, and he sent me a song earlier that he is fretting over that I think is done, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's because you played on.
Oh, is that why? I think Dave is an incredible. It's funny. Everyone here is a very amazing songwriter. Johnny, Jesse, we call Johnny,
Jesse.
is a very amazing songwriter as well. Anyways,
Fruit pop.
bad news. Laugh a lot. I released a whole bunch of stuff and press on that one, but Bad News was just another sort of Mary-like song of trying to negotiate with. I was kind of like trying to write from a voice of like someone who doesn't get bothered by the small things or by things at all, and just kind of embodying that character and seeing what that did. I think so much of this this album is kind of like an essay in the original. This isn't, but the original like Michel de Montaigne sense of like a try. It's like an attempt. I'm going to try to write from the voice of somebody who is happy. I'm going to try to write from the voice of somebody who's upside down in the mood. I'm going to try to write character vacuum salesman who blah blah blah. And each time you sort of accidentally project part of your own internal self into it, and then you have to look at that and you go, okay, well, oh, look at that, I accidentally wrote that line, and that says something about the way I think about myself that isn't so good, and like, what do I do with that? And I think it's a very helpful process. Family is in the thick of it. Try writing some dumb songs. Let's raffle the next thing, and that would be a vinyl from both Under the Rug as well as Basic Printer. Here we have the Under the Rug Happiness is Easy Part 1 vinyl with the Broken Nostalgia pom-pom-nosed creature. You have all of the track listings on the back, which we are going to hear all of tonight. We are at Bad News. We have the wonderful tube television style insert with all of our Rugrats on the back, thanked for donating to our patron service, as well as an Easter egg, something that appears as the second to last song of part 2 in the form of an exhausting spoken word from yours truly that I did right after sobbing myself into a fit in my car. And finally, we have the highlighter yellow and magenta Broken Nostalgia creature eyeball center with another Easter egg from part 2, which you'll have to see when you get it, and I guess this is yet another Easter egg from part 2. A lot of the physical merch here is referencing part 2, which I think is exciting. You get to like, what is this? How is this going to come back? And then it does.
The neon was such a cool choice.
I think so.
It's true, Sean.
And then Jesse's going to raffle off one of his vinyl as well. And Brendan, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say also on this pressing of the vinyl, it's really special because Jesse is played on the record, and I happen to spell his name wrong, and it's printed on the back. So when you get this version of the record, you get his name spelled wrong on it, which I think is
the limited
really
edition.
Limited edition
misspelled version.
minus an L. There's an L missing in this version of the record, so that's how you know it's authentic.
Justly?
Jesse.
You're gonna have to change your last name, unfortunately, to
Just written.
Island Walters.
Sorry, Jesse.
Okay.
No, that's cool. That honestly, it'll be like a weird Beatles mono mix that no one can get. So it's like $1 million on Discogs in 20 years. It's like that.
Yeah.
Boy.
You want to show him yours?
Yeah. I'll start with this, my big face record as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
You have one too. Okay, cool.
I do. Yeah. Well, a band isn't a band without their big face record. Similar vibes.
That's weird, actually. That's pretty crazy.
So this is Haha Yeah, which is my latest record, and this is actually the second pressing. You've got on the back the credits and such, and yeah, similar thing. People who are in my membership that helped fund it. We got that pick on this side.
It's a nice pick.
Lyrics. Hey, thank you. And then lyrics, which they're colored. I have synesthesia, so I like see sound, or it's hard, maybe more nuanced than that, but you understand. These are like the colors that I associate with the passage of the song. That's why it's colored like that. It's very neurodivergent of me. Then we've got this splatter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Ah.
Isn't it great? And it just the kind of matchage of that was the intention. So that's what
nice.
that's what you may win.
Good
right now.
looking merch.
Wow. Good
We're
job.
so good at merch.
Pretty good.
This is beautiful. I keep being surprised by how similar the narratives are. Jesse and us are on the same album release number each time we release an album, except for now. We beat him to this particular one. But the big bass synergy, the sort of vulnerable breakup themed record at the same time, Adeline and FW. Anyways, let's continue moving forward because there's still a lot to get through tonight, and we've been on for an hour already. We're going to raffle off both an Under the Rug vinyl and a basic printer vinyl. Here we go. Sean's going to pull that up now. I am writing the winners on my handy dandy yellow legal pad.
All right.
All right,
do you have
Brendan.
another drum roll, Brendan?
Oh, goodness
Can't
gracious. How could
Also,
I forget?
If anyone hasn't entered the contest, they can right now by going to that post, right? Or is it too late?
I
think it might be
have
too late.
Amy on standby
Oh.
to add names to this giant list.
I would just
Right.
comment maybe your Instagram handle and or email or so. I don't know.
It could
how to
get
do that.
complicated.
We'll get back
I think
to
you're
you
too late.
on that
Get
one.
back to it.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
you're
The
screwed.
cutoff is up.
You're too
All right,
late.
here we go. Keep missing the last hit.
Okay.
Oh!
Wyvern Q Blue.
Wyvern Q Blue.
That is not the name of my
Okay.
next record. That is not
Wyvern.
to use that.
It's no foggy, I'll tell you that. I am
That's the name of
going
my new band.
Bleu.
Wyvern Blue.
number 2. All right.
Okay, are you
Congrats.
writing these down too, Sean?
I am putting them in the chat and writing them down because I'm smart.
Congrats, everybody! Look,
Congrats.
everybody's so cute.
You get a couple vinyl.
Is Wyvern Q Blue not it's some funny shit.
You said it with an accent.
Is Wyvern Q Blue not here? You
I
sucker.
don't think it to be true.
Next
I
time
will
you have
reach
to
out.
be on the live stream, right?
Heck yeah.
These folks
Okay.
could also be on Instagram, which it looks like many of them are coming from. And those comments, I think, are separate from the ones that we're seeing.
Oh,
Oh, are we not seeing Instagram comments?
that's an interesting
Not
point,
here.
Sean. Well, let me get in there.
Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, why don't we check that out in the meantime? We're gonna
We
do
will.
one more raffle here for Johnny's basic printer. Oh, are we giving one? We
One-
this is
one of
bad,
each,
you guys.
or-
We didn't really. Does
No, I
each
think they
winner
get
one of each?
Yeah, I think so. Right?
I'm down.
I
Either way.
think that's the
I
way
think
that it
that's how
works.
it
No
should-
more. Sure.
Perfect.
Right?
Very
Perfect.
exciting.
Because then they don't have to choose. They're not like, well, I don't want, Under the
Exactly.
Rug's vinyl.
Everyone gets it's worth it.
You get both.
I'll also
but you
change
gotta-
it
we will
up.
choose.
Oh,
I don't know
They're
if you guys know
here.
this. They are here.
Oh, who is it?
Winner is on
Who's on
YouTube.
Oh. Winner 2 is on. What is happening?
Winner
trying
2
to-
is on
Yay!
YouTube.
Say something.
They are here.
Oh, Quill.
Oh, it's Quill
Oh,
Briscoe.
Quill.
Yeah.
Oh! You
Wait.
are Wyvern! Hey!
Guys.
Congratulations!
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm here, you guys.
I am here.
You
Oh, I'm so
guys,
sorry,
please.
Quill.
There's a lot of comments to sift through,
Yeah.
Quill.
Oh, heck yeah.
They're coming through fast. It's conglomerating them all into one window for us, and they go really fast. Congrats, Quill. We are very excited for you to get to enjoy these records. The blue.
The blue.
They're so.
Amazing.
How are we supposed to enter the raffle? Well, if you are not subscribed to our email list, that is where oftentimes we will announce contests like these. We sent many emails about this, as well as posted a couple of posts about it on our Instagram and Facebook. Yes, definitely recommend either joining the Secret Hideout patron service that we have and joining our Discord, or joining our email list if you are able to donate the monthly amount to the patron service. Really quickly, I'll put those up in the banners. If you would like to join our patron service, you can do so here.
It's pretty
Where
cool.
you will get,
it's worth doing.
It is pretty cool. If any Rugrats want to leave any sort of testimonials in the comments here, I'll show them about why someone might want to join. I guess we have the second raffle done, and we still have half of an album to get through. So why don't we continue with the next couple of songs? Are you guys okay with
Let's
that?
do it.
Yeah.
This next one is our collective favorite, I think. We found out today.
Yes, we were answering some questions for a magazine, and they were just, we all answered separately that this was our favorite song. I think the feeling behind it is why. I'm trying to pull up what we wrote.
Can we post the lyrics in the comments? Because I think that might help like contextualize it as you're listening. I think that's why I like this song so much.
Let
me see if I can. Does
pull
anyone
up the
have
lyric
them?
doc.
Yeah, I'm gonna read really quickly while you're looking for those. I'll just read what I wrote for the premiere, the album track by track press.
Okay,
Alright.
I got them, Sean. By the way.
Oh, you got it? Cool.
I said, having listened to what we had halfway through making this record, we lamented its lack of heart. For an album about digging deep, it felt stuffy and safe and lifeless. Besides, starting a Rube Goldberg machine of redoing the song compelled us to try setting up some room mics and ribbons to record an attempt at making a song on the spot. The name of the game was, whatever it ends up being, we have to get there through unlikely means and unfamiliar instruments. It happened so fast that the poem I scribbled down for lyrics was full of abandon. It was very honest and it surprised me. With unfamiliar instruments in everyone's hand and no multi-tracks for redos, they said captured the heart that this record was missing and set the tone for almost all the rest of the work we would do on it, especially the second half of the record. The lo-fi atmosphere of this album, the roominess, the looseness, the abandon, all of those elements were really just dominoes down the line from this song. They said to me, it's the heart of what this record ends up being. Lo-fi in the room, half improvised moment of real vulnerability, unedited single take vocals, and the sentiment that any real exploration of personal happiness is, in many ways, a very lonely endeavor. There are things that I can't say about the next record for now, but that song and the little alone interlude of part one are very intentional and come back later. Sorry, I know I'm going on, but I remember reading an interview with a filmmaker named Pier Paolo Pasolini, where he talked about using actual artifacts from the times in which his period pieces took place as a way of conjuring something real from those moments in time. And it was something that he called materia. And to breathe some life into this record, we put some very real extended artifacts into the audio throughout the whole thing. Some unedited riffing, crying, rain noise, in the moment arrangement, 6-minute riffed spoken word poetry I spoke into my phone after a crying bout in my car. It feels to me three-dimensional and journalistic in this fragmented, wastelandish way. Anyways, if anyone actually listened to all that, you can send us your address to our P.O. box, and we'll send you your diploma on our little song here, which is 30 seconds, and you're gonna be like, that was
It's a very short song.
but
But yeah, you can hear some of that rain at the end there, right? Which was captured from monsoon coming through Texas at the time. All right, I'm gonna post the lyrics here.
All right. Here comes bass.
Shall we?
let's
All
listen.
set?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
They said, kid, you are in love. You were born where the stars made a hero in the sky. They said you'll grow up to be tough, with spit on your shoes and dirt in your eyes. They said whatever is to come, we all know where you've been, love. Whatever is to come, we all know where you've been, love. And now you're sitting in the quiet in some new house with the ashes on the bookshelf. The ones who said those things have died, and you've never been good at talking nice to yourself.
That gets me. Oh Lord.
Right? It gives me goosebumps every time.
Yeah, that one came
Yeah.
out really good, I think. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
it's
one.
just it's so funny how this song. Go ahead.
That one was just like, you kind of mentioned it before, but like, you wrote that song, and I think I can't remember what the timing exactly, but it was very fresh. After it was like recent after you wrote it that we recorded it, and it was just done basically in the living room into one mic, and and the performance of it was very like just like emotional and like just one take. And there's even a mistake in there that I'm playing this little toy piano, and I kind of fudge one part, but I think like that, as an artist, you kind of want everything to be perfect sometimes. And I think part of this song, the message of the song is that things aren't perfect, in your life. Yeah, that toy piano. And I think it serves the song to show some mistakes, some like vulnerability, even in the performance of it. And I think that just like for us, letting go was like a big part of like discovering what we wanted to say with this record. And I think this song is like a really good example of us like finding that feeling. And so anyway, I think that's why I like this song so much, is because it feels very much like the point of what the song is about or something,
Mhm.
And we achieved that through the recording of it. So anyway, it's yeah.
letting
It's a
go in that way has been such a big part of our like progression musically as a band. I feel like things used to be so to a grid and everything had to be perfect, and I there's something special that happens in the room that's like hard to capture in the moment, and that song does it. It's great.
Yeah, Dave,
think
did you? Yeah, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, did you do
I was
much?
there. It was amazing. No, I wasn't even there. I don't know why you're asking me to say something.
Well, I was going to ask you.
I think why it works is the same reason why the videos work. You know,
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
it's just everyone gathers around and you do it.
Right.
I think
Right.
that's why we started the recording for the record, setting everything up in a room, just thinking, well, this is kind of how things have been working. And it didn't
Yeah.
work for the whole record, but there is something just about whatever happens in a room in a moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Especially when a song is fresh. Yeah. Especially when you're still
Mhm.
working it out. There's still something
Yeah.
like you're in that space. You're still in the space with the song. You know, I don't know if it was something you had written, Casey, a while ago, or whether you were writing it in that moment.
Yeah, I just wrote it so fast. It's funny. A couple of songs came out like that, but I wrote it in like one fell swoop in my phone notes to just like have something. I didn't think we were planning on using the song on the record. We're just like, let's just try something just to get out of the habit of being so stiffly like married to like, you know, the metronome and
Yeah.
producing songs that we had written. And I remember like writing it so fast and then being like feeling this feeling of like, okay, like, you know, I don't know. And for me, I was born with so much privilege in so many ways, and to sort of look at the choices that I was making and was going to continue to make towards, you know, doing something that much of the world is like not okay with, you know, and then like thinking about like what my mom who passed away would think, and it was just like a heavy moment where I like wrote this song that you know, all the things that they said, what those things look like now, I don't know. And I had this like little in the moment reckoning and like feeling really like surprised by my own vulnerability. Immediately hit record, and then it came out like that. So yeah, just to overshare.
Yeah.
But I love the
Yeah, I
song.
think
I was gonna say I feel all of that feeling in there. That there's that one line Brendan posted the lyrics, but now you're sitting in the quiet in some new house with the ashes on the bookshelf. The ones who said those things have died, and you've never been good at talking nice to yourself is so, oh man, it hits you right in the feels. It's such a
yeah,
powerful line.
yeah.
Oh, Evan,
Aw.
this is my best friend from
Hey,
back
Evan.
home. I love you, dude. I miss you.
I miss you too.
I grew up with this guy. He used to throw pine cones at cars behind the house. Drew about what we were gonna do one day. Okay.
Aw.
Anyways, I have to stop talking about the song now. So can we now play the next
Yeah.
song?
We can definitely
Yeah.
play the next song.
So,
Yes.
And here it comes
Ah.
now. The 8th song on the
Here we go.
album.
We're halfway.
I don't understand it, and nothing is going wrong. The bad news is just vanished, will I get it later on? Yeah, I don't understand it, dandelion on the lawn.
You thought we were done.
Ah.
I think
It's
I
so-
remember only sending you a mix up until the break, and then you're like, "Where's the
Yeah, and I was
ending?"
like, Dave,
like,
there's a
"There's
whole
more?"
second half. Yeah.
Because I'm on it. I'm always on it. Yeah.
I forgot about that banjo at the end.
Yeah.
It's such a
Yeah.
How
vibe.
sweet is that?
Yeah.
It's such a vibe.
I showed that to a friend, and she was like, "Did you mean to cut the song off, or was that a mistake in like the audio?" And I was like, "No, it's intentional. it's intentional. It's like you're waiting for something, and it just cuts. Like, doesn't it make sense?" She was like, "Yeah, I think I understand it." But I always thought
It's
that was
funny when like you have fans who like love your music and who they give you the benefit of the doubt, right? Like none of the fans here would be like, "Did you mess that up?" Everyone
Right.
would be like, "Of course
right,
they
yeah.
intentional. They mull over this stuff
Yeah.
for years. They
Yeah.
work on this stuff, and it takes forever. It's so much for you, like a friend or someone you meet or whatever. They're like,
They're like,
you're not
"Did
you're
you
not a
upload
real
that
musician."
wrong to
enough."
YouTube?" Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume that was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's funny that song follows up, they said, and like getting kind of emotional talking about it, and then having the sentiment isn't, so it's kind of ominous, but the la-da-das and that groove were still, it like got me back out of emotional crying land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
And it's the
ebbs and
flip of the
flows
vinyl
this one.
too.
Oh yeah.
Casey,
huh.
It
we
ends
cannot-
with "They said,"
you know,
right?
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then you flip it over and it's like
Right. Good.
This one always comes into my head. I don't know why, but like,
Same.
because after I mixed the record, I haven't listened to it since. But I'll be in the kitchen buttering some bread.
Totally.
Always with this one. Yeah.
So
And-
interestingly, it's a similar story, but from a different medium. You gave me this whole album like months ago. Sorry, everybody. And it's been on my phone this whole time. And now, because it starts with A, it's the first song when I fucking turn my audio on in my car.
Nice.
It's always
Damn.
yeah. Every time I get in my car.
Lucky
Which
you.
I haven't cried in lately.
Hey.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wasn't this the way? Isn't this how we started the album before? Oh no.
I think there
no.
was an
This was towards the end.
iteration. Oh, no.
I think
was something
I was rooting for this as a start of the album, but it was quickly
The drum roll
turned
in.
down. There's something about the drum roll in that I think is cool. Yeah.
The flip of the vinyl is a cool place to put that, though, and like a good substitute.
middle ground, I think.
That was a whole
Yeah.
nother saga with this album, was trying to figure out what order we were going to put it in. And
and how do you
really
cut
like
30
it.
songs?
I like it so far.
It's nice to have
I
a
wanna
double
do the-
album with vinyl where there's two sides, so you have like 4 starting songs,
Right.
4
Right.
finishing songs. Like
Yeah.
you have plenty of places to. This song should be second. Well, which second? The first second, or the second second?
Right.
Yeah. And we kind of thought about it like that. We were like thinking about the sides of the vinyl as we were arranging it as like good stopping places. Like, okay, we know we want this to be kind of the end of this chapter. It's like chapters in a book or something.
Mhm.
So anyway, yeah.
This just because this is running on, I just want to make sure that we have enough time to get everybody here who's watching their raffles. So let's do one more song if that's okay, you guys. I'm just pushing it forward, and then we'll do another raffle. Are you guys ready for that?
Lovely.
You guys
Sounds
want that?
good. Yeah. Let's
Ready.
do.
A quick aside. This is a song that we wrote and recorded around, I think, Adeline time, but it just
It was a
never
while
found
ago.
its way into a collection because it was a little experimental, and this record was so odd that it just it worked. So have a weird
Mhm.
old song. Here we go.
This is a weird one, yeah. A good one, though. Here it comes.
lost caught in a blue thread that I left by the hole in my wall. Well, it looked up frightened. I am a giant, and I will grind your bones into bread and grab a plastic baggie and bring you outside to a 2x4 to the end. I just bought this old taxidermy, a human-like black rat, all dressed up like Nanny McPhee. Little black eyes watching me making me browsing, and they all sail down the street. It looks a bit unholy on top of the fireplace, with a light from the fire underneath, and it just stands there judging in its button-down black blouse, which moves in the wind.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's
Woo!
huge.
It gets so heavy.
Dude, that drum fill is so iconic to me.
So yeah, that
It
started
is
out as a
so
mistake.
bold.
Oh, wow.
Did
there
you
it
go down to
is.
the
Oh, there's the
basement?
Mandicella.
Yeah, we're gonna raffle this
Oh,
off
so
tonight.
you-
Get it out of the
No,
house.
you're not.
This was the instrument played
After
on
our
that-
recording session.
Oh, it sounds. You
Oh,
kept
it sounds
in
good.
tune.
So you've been keeping it in tune. Yeah. I forced Dave to hang up to that Mandicello because we couldn't fit it back in the van. Didn't we tour after being there or something?
Yeah.
We, like, had to
You
do
were
a
on a
tour.
Yeah, we
tour,
went on the
yeah, yeah.
road right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful
Yeah.
instrument, man.
So-
that is a gorgeous
Isn't it
instrument.
cool? Yeah.
Yeah. But that
Isn't
fill,
that a cool instrument that you have now, Dave?
Yeah, it's great. I got a few of them from you.
that fill at the end.
Thanks,
Anyway,
Dave.
I just like talking about drums, so I'm gonna go back to the drums
Thanks, Dave.
conversation. But the fill, I was like, I think I was getting frustrated with tracking the drums at the end, and then I just went bop 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 bop, and then Casey was like, "Wait,
It's sick.
yes,
Yeah.
that is what it is," and I was like, "Really? Okay." And
It's
then
a giant. It's the giant.
It's the giant that we're
right?
talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah.
that's the feeling. And then the drums at the end are all one take. I just like went crazy. But yeah, anyway, I think it's funny when you're recording and there's like a moment where you're like, you either experiment or you just give up and you let loose, and then someone else is like, no, that's it, and you're like, okay, like you surprise yourself by just like letting go, and then sometimes you just need like the confirmation from someone else to be like, that's what that song needs, you know, or whatever. Anyway, it's one of those moments that I was like, oh, cool.
It's an
but I
interesting
love the
metaphor
drums.
for finding happiness as well.
Yeah,
That
there
whole
you go.
process.
Hey.
I think I came home. I was out doing something, but I came home to that end drum tracking, and you guys were like, "Look what we did today," and that the end of that song was never that enormous, and it was like in the DAW, it sounded so ready already. It was like that is it. It
Yeah.
was so instant for me.
I mean, Dave barely did anything on this. It was already like ready to go when we sent it to Dave.
Why mess with perfection? You know.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Dave.
This is another one that always got stuck in my head. I don't know, maybe just because I remembered it from one of the first videos from this run of songs. This was one of the first kind of video online that I saw of you guys playing this.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of marked the changeover from Homesick for me. I know it's an older song, but it's like a chapter mark for me. Yeah.
I'm glad this one found a place. It's been on the back burner. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of songs that are on the back burner living in our phone, like song demos folder, but that one was always kind of, it needed a home, and it finally found one. I'm happy.
Yeah, totally. What are you eating, Casey?
Sorry, I was just kind of munching down here. But I do want to mention that this came from a real moment of our house getting infested by these little field mice. And at first it was like, oh, they're cute, just take them outside. And we started needing to use these glue traps because the regular traps weren't getting them. And the glue traps are so brutal. They like catch their fur and they start to like tear their own fur off, and it's like really brutal. And they're already kind of messed up, so you can't just reintroduce them back to the wild. So you have to, put them down. And but there was so many in the house that there was like, it felt like there's no choice. Like we have to. So me and Brendan were taking care of them, and then I'll never forget one morning, it was like, I can't do this again, dude. It's like weighing too heavily on me. I was like, Sean, you gotta do this one. There's like one, and it was like peeping from the pantry, and I was like, dude, you gotta do it.
It was
Sean went out
pretty
there,
young,
and he did it, and it Sean just immediately started like full body.
Dude, I don't even like talking about it.
Crying.
Is the thing. Like, we got the infestation taken care of, but that
basically it was that moment when you were crying where we started boarding shit up. We grabbed like this tin, this hard tin metal, and we just started boarding up like every nook and cranny in the house, like under the sink, like anywhere where they could get in, and it worked. But like this character, like he has to kill this field mouse, and then he's like so distraught, so goes unrelatedly goes to a yard sale, and there's like this taxidermy mouse dressed up like Nanny McPhee or whatever. He feels compelled to buy it, and then at night he's like, it's like staring at him, and this sort of like telltale heart haunting of your own conscience inhibiting you from being able to be happy, and the way that sort of interferes with your sanity, and just reminded me of so many things. Anyway, that's sort of the insider spiel on that.
It was kind of a weird era for Under the Rug, yeah.
Yeah. But hey, it made a cool song. I don't know. It was worth it. How many mice
turn into
how many
songs.
mice is worth it?
All right, let's stop that.
I hate that. I hate that. I felt bad about that ever since. Okay, why don't we move on and raffle off another couple of VIP tickets for tour as we start to wind this thing down. Are you ready, Sean? Pull up the amazing spreadsheet of wisdom.
Yes.
And let's get
Amazing spreadsheet.
Yes, Brendan, get that fucking snare out.
Oh
Start.
shit!
Yes. And don't you
Oh,
hit
yeah,
the
you
last hit
did.
on this one.
Watching?
I swear.
I
to
won't.
God, don't you
I'll miss it.
All
It's
right.
the angle. I'm
Don't.
telling you.
Don't
ready, Shan?
you miss it.
All right, here it comes.
Terry!
No way, it's Terry Lambert.
No way. That is so cute and adorable and amazing.
That is not the Terry you're thinking of, by the way.
Hey,
It's
that's
just
not?
that's a coincidence that last name is that way.
Are you sure?
I looked it up earlier.
Oh, okay. All right. Our
But still exciting
manager's
because
last name is
Oh, I see. It's our manager's mother's name is that. I think it's spelled differently though. Yeah.
yeah. I am going
congratulations
to drop
regardless.
this winner in the comments.
Congrats.
Is Terry here?
That's
So-
Facebook, right?
Right.
So that's tickets, right? Those are 2 tickets.
Yep, 2 VIP tickets for Terry Lambert
Nice.
as well as a +1. There we go. All right, good. Amazing. Why don't we do another while we're here?
Let's
And
do a vinyl now.
we'll be reaching
Shall we?
out very shortly on Facebook. And again, all of the previous winners, we will be reaching out probably later tonight. If we're exhausted after the stream, we might do a tomorrow morning situation. But let's raffle off one more set of vinyls. Do you want to do these? Let's do these. Do these and then another couple songs. So,
Okay.
once again, Sean, if you could pull up the spreadsheet of wisdom.
I have a new vinyl I'm doing for this time.
Do you want to
What are you
show
doing?
us that first?
Whoa.
Doing one of these.
I want that one.
Second pressing for this color.
Drum roll.
Oh.
Whoa!
Hey, dude.
Well,
Like,
hey, Johnny.
Selling.
what's up?
Johnny, can I buy one?
Yeah, you can have one.
Can you save me one?
Can I have
Venmo you?
Can I have one?
You can all
I
have
know.
one.
I actually want one. That's my favorite
need.
record of yours. I want it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
me.
a really
I agree.
It's my favorite.
for anyone who
Or
doesn't
if you
know
want,
that
we could
record,
We could
You
do a
can trade.
should know that record.
I already bought yours.
Nope,
Oh
no.
shit! All right, well, I'll buy yours.
You're worth
All
it.
right. I'm pulling up the spreadsheet of wisdom now.
All right, Chandalone.
Spreadsheet of wisdom. Here we go.
Stand
All right, snare. You have the
Chandalone.
snare.
Here it is. You ready?
Sure. Mhm.
Randomize.
Sean. Oh.
C. Brian.
Yay!
Is that Caleb?
I think so.
Oh my! I think that's Caleb.
John, are you marking that it's a winner of vinyl?
Well, now I am.
Yeah, my man. Now you should. Yeah, smart,
We
right?
could watch the
Good,
replay.
good. I'm
too.
writing them down.
Forever.
All right.
Caleb, are you here?
Is that
I feel
Caleb?
like Caleb's gonna be like so stoked and totally deserves a win.
I saw Caleb earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we are going on, you know.
It's true. We talk a lot, and our music is so long.
Caleb, everybody knows
That's
Caleb.
awesome.
That's tight. I'm really glad. I remember seeing like a bunch of tags in the Instagram or Facebook, and being like, "Oh, I hope you win."
Yeah. Well,
Okay, everyone Discord Caleb. Everyone from the fan group Discord Caleb, so Caleb knows. We're gonna move it forward. Next couple of songs here, and then I have one more secret that we're gonna do after we finish playing the album, which is actually a basic printer secret I would like to do.
whoa.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
Thank you guys for bearing with us here. I think this is a lot of people's favorite video. Let's go ahead and do the next 2 songs in a row. Yeah?
2 songs in a row.
Whoa.
Perfect.
All right.
Also
I'm
one
down
of my
with it.
favorites. Here it comes.
I stepped through a puddle of blood on my way to the laundromat at dusk. Someone gave up. Well, I know that life can be unfair. God knows the grim is always there, licking its lips. But I'll be in your arms. Yeah, I'll be in your arms. I'll be in your arms, so I'll be fine. Well, I was as lonely as they come. Moonlight on a gun on the edge of a bed. Well, I've let it take me coming round. Even I truly lost, I found the ring of a bed. But I'll be in your arms. I'll be in your arms. I'll be in your arms, so I'll be fine. Crying in your arms, yeah, crying in your arms, crying as you tell me I'll be fine. I guess it's true you haven't heard. Daughter's trying something new these days. I didn't think in one of those, but hey, whatever people wanna do. I wonder what is going on. Some kind of problem here, something wrong. Some kind of fad is dragging him along. Some may perform it as here. He keeps telling me he wants to be happy, be happy. He keeps telling me he wants to be happy, be happy.
Never. Never.
Whoa.
Wow, that
Crazy.
song has so much energy to me.
Mhm.
What an
Man,
album,
just,
I gotta
maintain
say.
that. God, amazing. Who made this shit?
This is just a gorgeous album. It's
Crazy that the whole world is
I
gonna
got
have it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
You ever think
2
about
hours.
that?
I gotta
In
say, I'm
1 hour.
so thankful that our fans are still listening, even after we made an album entirely with AI. It's awesome that you guys are okay with
I'm
it.
not
It
artificial.
does sound very convincing. It does sound a lot like that.
Mhm.
So
Those AI vocals are just so perfect.
they sound so real.
Yeah,
they sound
they
so
really
much like
nailed
me.
your voice. I don't know how they did it.
Hmm.
Well, I typed into the prompt Casey from Under the Rug, but trans. And
Oh,
Oh, that's how you got that sound?
that's how I got that sound. Yeah.
Well, you can't do that in Elon's new AI, so it's a good thing you got to AI
No.
before Elon did.
Yeah, I specifically don't use Grok for our musical forgery. Anyway.
Uh,
Oh boy, it's funny. That's so good.
What
Real,
can
real
we
quick,
talk
sorry to
about here?
hijack. Just look how pretty this fucking Pokemon card is.
Oh,
whoa.
nice.
It is pretty.
Thanks for
Wow, look
hijacking,
at the
yeah.
Are you
hologram.
packing orders right now? Are you working,
Yes,
Johnny?
right.
Yeah, he's working during the
Always-
live stream.
Sorry.
Atta boy. Oh,
You
one
got
thing I
it.
want to mention, Johnny's packing orders right now. If you order the merch before we leave for tour, we will ship it to you before we leave. Otherwise, if you wait to order your merch while we're on tour, you're gonna have to wait a couple months until we get back. So pre-orders are now turning into regular orders. So if you are thinking about buying a vinyl or a CD or a shirt or anything, and you want it within the next couple weeks, buy it before we leave. Otherwise, you'll have to wait. So I just want to throw that out
I
there.
also I have a feeling that this record is like, I don't know, because it's a 2-part record and because we spent a lot of time making it and there's like a mistake on the vinyl and I don't know, just as far as like collectible under the rug merch goes, this feels like one that might be a collectible one. So I'll grab
True.
it if you can.
Point.
Sorry, someone asked a question. There will be merch on tour. We just won't be able to sell or ship merch if you buy it on our store. So you can buy. There will be some items on tour. There might be different items than are available on our store. But if you buy it online, we won't be able to ship it probably until we get back. So just to clear that up. But there will be merch, and there might be exclusive merch. There might not be all the merch from the album. So if you're thinking about getting it, I would just get it now. Anyways, that's enough of that.
Yeah, it is true. I think we've ever done a tour where we weren't sold out of merch by the end of the tour.
Yeah, that's true. In
So
vinyl,
if
we
there's, like,
will have
specific
vinyl,
things.
but we'll have a certain amount of vinyl, and if it sells out, it sells out. So if you haven't bought vinyl and you're thinking about doing it, I would just do it, because if you're you're doing a Midwest or an East Coast date or something, we might just sell all of our vinyl. So
that way you can ensure you have it and you can bring it to us and we'll sign it there. And also, so does pre-order end tonight? Sorry if that was already made clear. The pre-order, okay. The pre-order does end tonight, but it becomes a regular order. It's basically the pre-orders ended now. We are starting to ship merch now, so it is moving into there is now limited stock on what the merch is, whereas before during the pre-order cycle or season, we were printing as much merch as orders we had plus an estimated amount for what we're going to need for tour. So starting basically now, the amount of mediums in the hoodie, that is the static amount of mediums for the hoodie. There will be no more printed. And if you've been following Under the Rug for a while, you know that we don't really reprint old merch because we make albums consistently. So we might do anniversary editions in the future and reprints of merch, but for the most part, what's there is what's going to be there, and that's it. So
That's it.
So get it while you can. Get it while it's hot. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Let's do another raffle.
Oh. Yeah. Is this for tickets? Is this the last ticket person?
Maybe let's do a vinyl.
Okay.
How many of each do we have? So far?
So we have another really three songs plus hell. So maybe let's save the last raffle for the very end here, if you guys are good.
Cool.
All
Here
right,
it becomes.
Is that Dave at the board? Is that my cousin?
Yes, mail delivery subsystem. It is mail delivery subsystem.
I remember when he got that email address when we were like in middle school, and I was like, that is such a smart move. He got like mailer.demon@gmail.com. That's so smart. Like that's gonna be currency later.
That is hilarious. You could sell that probably. Yeah.
Right?
All right, you ready for this, Sean?
I'm so ready.
Get the drum roll.
All right, Natalia Adela. Natalia Adela.
Write this down. This is for the vinyl.
Congrats.
ADELA. Wow, congrats. You got a vinyl from both Basic Printer and Under the Rug.
So wait, I got a new one.
We will be.
Oh, what are you winning?
Johnny's
today?
got a new one.
Let's go, Johnny.
I love
With the
that
new
record too.
That's a great rec.
And then check this shit out. Check this shit out.
What?
Wow, that is tight.
Pretty cool.
Bowling ball vibe.
It does have BBBs.
It is bowling ballish.
Your records are good. You have good records, my friend.
Correct.
Thanks, everybody.
Good recs, man. I wish I was Natalia.
Yeah.
You know, just so you know, this our record. I've seen it. It's yellow.
Our record's cool.
This is
You won that too.
my only venue where I can vaguely win here against you. It's like my vinyl variant splatter colors.
Okay,
Alliteration.
I still want to do a Pale King album. Do any rats would they buy that if we did a Pale King vinyl?
Vinyl.
It's like blue.
Yeah, rats in the comments.
I can see it. Yeah, comment if you would buy a Pale King vinyl.
It'll give us the chutzpah to maybe.
Okay, I see some yeses.
Yes, yes, yes.
Obviously.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my god, it's
All right. Whoa, there's a lot of yeses.
You gotta cash that in as soon as you return.
Let's do.
Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm surprised people even like Pale King. I will
I
say
didn't
I'm
think
playing.
anybody listened to it.
I didn't either.
We
Oh my
also
God,
need
people
Too Far
love it.
Away. Too Far Away, anybody? Crickets. No, I'm just kidding. I love Too Far Away. That was my entry.
That was Dave. You mixed Too Far Away, right? That was the first record you mixed.
He
for us.
did. He did the neighbor's dog and then Too Far Away.
The
Neighbor's Dog was
neighbor's
the
dog.
first thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that was here. We recorded it here.
Yeah.
And then what? Because I'm such an under the rug expert, what's on Pale King? What which songs are on?
That was
Yeah. Well,
That was before
you didn't mix
your
that,
time.
so yeah.
I didn't mix it. All right, that's why I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah. You didn't mix that one.
Okay.
That's why everyone likes it so much, is because you didn't mix it.
That's why it's good.
Yeah.
That's why
yeah.
it's everyone's favorite.
I was
sorry,
in
Dave.
I was in a metal band at the time with the. Does anyone know the band OTEP?
Yeah.
Anyone know that band? It was like a 2000s Ghost Flowers was their song. But I was in a band with the bassist from OTEP, and the guitarist mixed that record, Ross Pitto, who is an incredible guitarist.
Mhm.
Also, Jesse just commented he was our bass player and introduced us to Dave, and we recorded all those songs together. Neighbor's Dog, Song for My Friends, and Too Far Away. That record. So, hi Jesse.
And he's quite the fisherman.
Long time no see.
Hi Jesse.
And he's a big fisher guy now.
From this picture.
That's a big fish.
That fish caught him. Actually, is
Oh,
Actually,
nice,
that
yeah.
fish is Jesse, our old
Yeah.
bassist.
yeah. The guy is someone else.
We don't know that guy. I don't
That
know
guy
who that
can
is. Yeah.
He was just holding him up for the photographer.
But that
Just-
fish
he's
could really
blending
play.
in.
That fish.
Yeah,
Rips bass.
he was a bass.
He's good at
Uh,
bass.
Yeah.
That's really too funny. That's too funny.
There's a better joke in there somewhere if you could figure out the wording, but
Yeah.
you almost pulled it off.
Bass,
You almost pulled it
bass.
off.
I don't know. We'll find it. We'll find it. Should we play some shit?
Okay, we got to keep going, you guys. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes. I love you. I love doing these live streams, but where the hell can I hear Casey's metal music? You know, if we get a million streams on a song other than Lonesome and Mad in the next 3 months, I
And
will
Raindrops.
play you all one of my metal songs. And Raindrops. It's excluding Raindrops, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, just a new song getting going.
We need a new hit, you guys, so that we can, on the Lollapalooza lineup.
All right, Samuel, it's up to you. You have to stream the hell out of all your music.
Here we go. The next songs. The last. Well, we got 3 left, but one of them has
you've
been
heard.
heard. Let's do the next 2. Take one more intermish,
Yeah, and then we'll do
and the final song.
I love it.
All right.
Here we
All
go.
right. This
The
next
song
one,
Here we
is
go.
the hardest song to play on tour. Here we go.
Fire! inside my head. I shut my eyes, loving all the world is I dream of us, and both of us, all standing on the road and floating above our bodies for
People are talking
Heck
about
yeah.
the
Okay.
drums. What about that tambourine at the end? Going for it, and you bring it in with the.
Yo,
I remember
so-
watching you in studio, and I remember you like closing your eyes and playing the tam, like doing these little like dynamic rolls in. And I remember thinking to myself, like such a nerd. I remember being like, Brendan is fucking good at music. Like Brendan,
Yeah.
like watching your tambourine playing,
Yes.
I was like, dude, Brendan, I'm so lucky to have Brendan on my team in this band.
Aw, that's really sweet. I thought
Now
that
you're
about you
drumming
when we were
and everything.
practicing for the tour. I thought that when you did that performance of the song that I probably shouldn't say, but I was like, this tour is gonna rock. Anyway, it's mutual. Dave, I'm really glad we left that. What's it called? The sleigh bells in, right? The sleigh bells, right, Dave?
Was this the Sleigh Bell song?
Yes.
I don't remember.
So
What-
I do this thing with Dave where I'll track like a bunch of percussion, and then sometimes I'll get it back in the mix, and I'm like, I don't know if I like it. And for this particular one, the mix was done, and I wanted him to do a couple. Like I wanted him to. At first, it was the timing of the sleigh bells I didn't like, so I had him send a whole nother mix to fix the timing of the sleigh bells. And then I wanted to hear it without the sleigh bells. And so he sent that. And then I was like, oh, that's not as good. So I made Dave send like 4 or 5 mixes
All
just
about
for
the
these sleigh bells. And no one probably even notices that there's sleigh bells in this song at all. Anyway.
What
Thanks,
I'm
Dave.
noticing-
I also got to say that Dave like always mixes whatever the percussion is like so loud right off the top. Like if there's like shaker, if there's sleigh bells, if there's tam, the first mix 1A, whatever you're naming, 1 alpha or whatever, is always like 90% tambourine and then like a little guitar and vocals.
And like vocals
Cowbell.
are usually pretty loud too.
Yes, vocals and percussion, and the drums should be way low. Every single note on it under the rug. There's never a time when I get notes back that don't say, "We have more drums."
Yeah,
Never.
it's always
More
drums.
We have more drums.
It's always more drums. Yeah.
Always more drums. So as I listened to this, because it's been a while since I've heard all this, and I forgot what the order was after it was all worked out. I remember thinking yes on the order, but then I haven't listened since. But so every song on this is absolutely fantastic, but we haven't even gotten to the end yet. But this is only half the record. This is what's amazing. Is this is half the record, and this half of the record is like the later stuff that we finished. And then the second half is like there's 2 different eras of this record. This record went through like at least 2 major stages and eras, because it's a big record over a long time. And the second half of the record, I imagine, is just so different. I mean, it all fits together, but as I hear all these, I just keep thinking about all the other ones. I keep waiting for the other ones to pop up. And I'm like, oh no, they're on the second record. Anyway, I'm excited for the second half as well.
We kind of like jammed all of the sort of higher energy songs onto this record, and the second record is definitely like a lot more thoughtful and I think heady and
maybe
introspective. Yeah, I think a lot of the meaning of the record and kind of where it goes like comes together in that second half in a way that I think is really interesting. But
it's like the B side, but it's the B record.
yes,
right, right.
But there's
But
some
listening
really
to
great moments.
You front load some hits, and then the back is like, okay, now I'm in. Now I really want to listen,
Right.
and that's the whole second record.
Yeah.
But listening to this again in this context, I've been so worried about these songs, and I've been so particularly worried about like just having gotten too heady with some of this stuff, and listening to it now, I'm like, I don't even know what we were worried about. Like, I don't know if everyone, nobody probably knows this, but at one point, Mick, who's playing keys on Basic Printer's crew this next tour, he came over to record some of those top of funnel videos that you saw. So if you saw like Bad News, Mick was playing keys in that. And I remember Mick asking to hear some of the Happiness is Easy songs, and we went out to my car and I put a couple on. And I remember listening to like them in their earlier iterations, and I remember saying, I think we might just scrap this record. And then he was like, what the is wrong with you?
He was like,
what's wrong with you?
He was
Don't
like
scrap
so
this.
stoked on them too. He was like, these are amazing songs. What are you talking about? And we were like, I don't know. It's just kind of like not really.
There was a period where we were like kind of done with it, and we were like, we could just give up and start again.
But I'm glad that we stuck with it. What?
You did.
I guess you did.
All these songs you just played, because those came after that moment, I think. Yeah.
That's true. Actually, you know what? That feeling was good. I think that was a beneficial thing. We weren't happy with the record, and so we didn't write Mad Girls. We didn't write You Are a Body. We didn't write Bad News. We didn't write, like they said, like all of these songs were like, it was just the rest of the album, and it needed more. It needed more juice or something.
That's true.
And so I think it was like kind of a lesson. Yeah. Sorry. It was like a lesson on like trusting yourself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Sorry. Want to try again? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 2.
We'll do it in harmony. No, that's why I'm listening. I'm like, oh, I remember, like, these are the most recent things I mixed. This was at the end of the process. I remember doing all these. These are all the fresh songs. And then anyway, so it's like the album's going reverse. It was like made in one order, and now it's being released in the opposite order. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I realized that a lot of songs that are on part 2, like we played on tour last year, a lot of them are videos, like living room video songs that we posted a while ago. Yeah, it's funny how much new stuff got injected later on in the process.
Mm-hmm. But it works. It's great. I listen to it. I'm loving it over here. Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm surprised that I'm digging it as much as I am. I do want to just do a quick spiel on, you've all heard us talk about Mad Girls Love Song, but You Are a Body is one that I just give you the quick blurb on. It's definitely the headiest take on the record, and I think it was a moment of kind of seeing happiness from the perspective of a body and sort of physicality, and kind of seeing the ways that bodies are manipulated. I know this is probably dorky, nobody wants to hear it, but there's a few that might, which is I don't know, it feels like being happy is difficult being embedded in a larger body of a society where it's always trying to make us catastrophize. Things are going to go wrong, and Dave and I were just talking about this earlier. But things are going to go wrong. Things are on the verge of, we're about to plunge into an era of darkness, and everything is going to be terrible. And the sort of ways that the larger body in which we're embedded tries to rally us to be productive with our labor and our time and our intensity by making us feel uncomfortable. The paranoid neighbor in the song, and then how that's being part of a larger body creates other issues like at some point the character is thinking about somebody that they know and love who is sick and in a hospital. There's that sort of like Marxist point of view of like hospitals wanting sick people, and sort of them driving downtown through a series of buildings that feels like they're, you know, surrounded by a bunch of molars and a mouth that are crooked and angry as they think about their friend or somebody they love who's in the hospital, struggling with their own body. Anyways, I think it's maybe difficult to articulate in this particular context, but maybe something some folks who are listening might be like, "What the fuck is this song?" Well, that's kind of where I was coming at. We're gonna do one more listening. We're gonna do a quick detour on this last song. Is sort of the closing of the album before we do this song. We don't have a background to this surprise, which is something from Basic Printer. So we're all just going to be sitting here while the audio plays, and you can see our faces jamming along to it, is my guess. Right, Sean? Okay. Is that the case? It's an audio file.
Okay, I see. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Basic Printer is going to share a new song.
So.
What?
Oh. Okay, well, why don't you guys figure that out, and we'll finish the record here. I do want to mention that this last song is one that we did a video for. We thought we would end this record with a moment that was very cliffhangery, since there was a whole nother record to come. So it does not resolve on purpose in a way that feels very uncomfortable. And we were hoping to make our listeners feel uncomfortable. If you don't have headphones, this is going to sound like shit. I recommend getting them while you listen. If you can't, no worries. There was a song that meant a lot to me called Maybe Later that's on the second album. And this is a minor rearrangement of that song, whereas Maybe Later sort of has more of a more positive feel. This is a very dark moment, and it was a moment where I felt very dark in coming to terms with a lot about my identity. And it ends with a track that is sort of an interlude ending off the end of this called Hell, where Sean, if you could just put up that, what?
I love that it's just called, it's the only track that's in all capital letters. All of it is all lowercase, and then Hell is the last song on the first part of the record, just all in uppercase.
Yes.
What did you need me to put somewhere?
You put up that picture of the orchestral instruments we rented?
I definitely can.
Sean, you're doing such a good job tonight.
You're such an amazing person.
He's all right.
So we rented all of these orchestral instruments in Dave's house. You can see the nice Gibson L5 in the background there too. And we created Hell we tried to make this ending of this record sound like a descent into hell with these large church bells and timpanis and what have you. That would come up a bunch on the second record. Screaming megaphone tape effects that make this sort of sound like bats screeching in a cave. It is terrifying to listen to. It sucks. Enjoy feeling an auditory approximation of how I felt at the very beginning of my transition. Here we go. One Life to Live In and Hell to conclude Happiness is Easy, Part 1. Here we go.
All right.
The person I was meant to be found the critics in routine. Some of us into their way. The rest of us wandering hell for me. Every night I lay in bed, cherubs hang above my head, moving me to fall asleep.
Creepy.
Creepy.
Wow.
If you thought that was creepy,
Very
wait till you
demure.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say, Dave?
Very-
if you thought that was creepy, wait till you see the music video.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
my
have that-
God!
I have
Oh
that-
my god!
I have that queued
Do we
up.
have that?
I have it queued up. Yeah.
Shit, wait,
Dude,
wait,
play
wait.
it.
Okay.
Wait.
This is the best part of the night. I'm so sorry. I forgot. You guys have to listen to that again. But hold on, hang on before you feel sad about that. We made those other music videos, and Dave at one point, just out of the blue, hits us with this. Hey, I have this. What happened? You sent like a little clip version of it, and I was like, do a whole video of that? What happened?
Yes.
I think we were texting, and I think I said something like, "Oh, I'm mixing. Your song's going well. The mix is going well," or something. And you said, "Prove it." And so I was like, "Okay, that's like a challenge. If you're talking to these guys, there's always some sort of creative challenge, you know." And so like, okay, I have to do something entertaining for the next text. So I painted my finger with a smiley face and just made it dance to that middle section, the one life to live in, right? And then it was like 5 seconds long, right? And then Casey said, "You need a whole video of that." So it happened.
Let's
The next 20 or
All right,
30
we're gonna
minutes.
listen to this song one more time together with what I believe is both Dave and our best work. Just bear with me. This is the greatest visual component to any Under the Rug song that's ever been made. Okay, here we go. We're
Yes.
gonna just
I
go, without
agree.
further ado.
It
The
does.
file name cracks
By
me
the
up.
time
It's
you
called
get to hell, it's over though. I don't think I had too much.
Yeah,
I
It
forget how
doesn't
long
make it through hell.
It's like 3
That's
minutes
okay.
and 52 seconds long, so it seems like it's both songs. But it's called One Life Finger Theater version 1.
Sorry, everyone.
Enjoy this masterpiece.
The person I was meant to be found the critics in my teeth. Some of us into their way. The rest of us wandering in the hell of me. Every night I lay in bed, cherubs hanging over my head, moving me to fall asleep, waiting in the strangest dream. One life to live in. Oh, one life to live in.
Okay.
Wow,
Oh man, Dave,
Dave.
you're a special guy.
Wow.
That's just
David.
that happens around here after 30 songs of mixing.
Oh my God.
It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
What did someone
gorgeous.
say? Like Dave was in a descent to madness.
What was funny is as I'm waterboarding my finger, I was laughing.
Oh, man.
Ah, oh,
I remember
God.
like getting that cut of the video, and then I remember like taking my phone and like running around the house, being like, "Sean, Brendan, come here!
It's
You have to look at that."
Dude,
such a piece
the
of art.
napkin bed gets me too. The napkin bed with
Right.
the record spinning or the
He's
tape
turning.
reel spinning. Oh, it's so good.
My
It's
favorite
so
part
good.
that makes me laugh every time was the little dude in the patch cables. When he's
Trying to
Yeah.
get out of the web.
trying to get. It's
Well,
like
I had
someone
like
caught
30
in a big
minutes.
net.
Yeah. I had like 30 minutes. I had to look around the studio and be like, okay, how many situations can I put my finger in?
Oh my god,
I love the like.
so
I love
good.
the like. The what in mind was happening, which was like it was a low commitment bit, and then all of a sudden you're like it hard cuts, and you've got like film lights, you've got props, you've crafted a bed out of napkins.
Dave is just
We're already
sweating
here. Yeah,
profusely.
I was trying to listen to the lyric and they talk about laying in bed and stuff. I'm like, okay, I have napkins. I can put my finger in the napkins, and then the spinning thoughts that anyway, the tape machine was here. We were using it, so I just
So good.
kept running.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. That
Thank
was
you.
a good
Thank
time.
you, Dave.
Thank you for playing that. Yeah.
Ew. Why ew?
Well, he did say how many. Yeah, I didn't. Say
Fingers I can, or how many situations
You
he-
All
hard
right, somebody's gonna pull that quote and make your life a living hell, Dave.
Thanks, Melanie.
it.
The hardest part of that video was not the napkins, it was not the waterboarding, it was how many different faces I had to draw in the same finger. And every time in the bathroom, I had to soap it because it was Sharpie. It didn't want to come off.
I kind of
walked
want
that
that
finger
tattooed now.
pretty hard over and over.
Oh, this is a good idea. We should make a finger shirt.
Oh
Just a sad
man,
finger.
that's true.
A sad finger is a good shirt. What if
And
we
we'll
print the
give
tour
Dave-
shirt?
Oh,
Nah, we've already
Tour
got
shirt
David's
is just-
design.
what if we give Dave 1% of all proceeds from that?
I'll be rich.
I think he
That
deserves that.
seems fair. Yeah, that seems fair.
Oh man.
I
Casey
would
and I
like
were
to
talking about-
purchase the finger shirt.
Casey and I were talking earlier about how funny it is that all the things that we're so precious about working on, all the pieces of art we do, we're pouring ourselves in and we're really serious and we just give it our all, and it's like our finest work, and we send it out and the world kind of goes, yeah, it's nice, it's nicely done, you know.
Yeah.
And then you do the finger thing and everyone's like, whoa.
Wait a second. What
Wait a minute.
was that?
That's your best work. Like Casey said, I don't mean this as an insult, but that's your best work.
I like this one. We'll give everybody a
That
Sharpie
is-
tattoo at the merch booth.
Birch
A
move.
shirt move.
I love it.
We're gonna do that at the LA show. Dave lives in LA, so he'll be giving out finger tats.
Yeah,
$5.
Dave, you're doing finger tats at the merch booth in LA.
Sounds good. We'll
He
have
gets-
the
He
shirt
gets
should
a
be
dollar of every.
the shirt can be happy on one side and sad on the other,
There you go.
There you go.
Ah,
with the eyebrows, the word eyebrows that someone mentioned.
There's something so iconic about that stupid little guy.
Yeah.
Guys, we are at the sort of limit of how much it's appropriate to do one of these live streams, and I can tell because this is what Johnny looks like.
He's like.
Wait, I
"Damn."
also do have Johnny's surprise queued up now if we still want to do that. Just saying.
Johnny surprise.
Yes.
We are going to raffle off the last raffle
Yeah.
immediately after the Johnny surprise, and then
Okay.
we are going to leave. It has been a blast. It has been so fun. I hope you have enjoyed Happiness is Easy Part 1 much more than we enjoyed making it. There will
That's not
be
true yet, but-
there will be many of these songs will be played on tour. We will also be playing many songs from our past. Most of the songs in this set are songs we've never played live before. We also have a brand new keyboard player who's playing with us on tour who rips and shreds. And Basic Printer upped his game with a keyboardist on his tour crew as well. I wholeheartedly believe that this will be the most professional, polished, confident sounding set. I think this is a very good moment to come and see Under the Rug on tour.
Hell yeah.
If you haven't gotten your tour tickets, it is direly important for us to be able to sell as many tickets as possible. I just want to mention that Phoenix is a particular market where we haven't sold a lot of tickets. If we don't sell a lot of tickets in Phoenix, they are going to put some openers before us, and it's going to be a long night with a short Under the Rug set. So if you're anywhere near Phoenix and you haven't gotten your tickets, please do get them now. Fort Collins, Colorado as well. And then I think Philly is somewhat Pittsburgh is somewhat undersold too.
Mhm.
So if you're around Pittsburgh, please do get your tickets now.
Cleveland is another one that could use some help.
We had a really good show
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh last time, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's a good
Yeah.
city.
I'm
Come see us.
I'm surprised we didn't sell more. Well last time. But,
I'm gonna go ahead and
okay,
throw that link in the chat too.
we are going to play Johnny's Basic Printer's brand new song that nobody has heard yet. And then we are going to go into a raffle, and then we will say our goodbyes, parting such sweet sorrow and hill tour. Okay.
Let's do it. The Johnny surprise. I have to share my screen, and we're still gonna be on camera, so don't pick your nose just yet. All right. Will it play? Johnny.
Johnny.
The susp.
Johnny.
Onward, we'll never speak again. How then will we find peace in that? Should we be lonely till we give up? No. Or should I give you a try? Even though you said to never go. When I call in the middle of the night, will you come for me? When I drive to your house all through the night, will you comfort me? And when I silence the world and let you in, will it say for me? I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want. Henceforth, we'll never touch again. Now then, will we find peace in that? Should we be lonely till we give up? No. And so I don't mean to cry, even though you said to never. No. When I call in the middle of the night, will you come for me? When I drive to your house all through the night, will you comfort me? And when I silence the world and let you in, will it say for me? I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want. Should we be lonely till we give up? Even though you said to never. Should we be lonely till we give up? miss it tonight? Should we be lonely till we give up? When I call in the middle of the night, will you come for me? When I drive to your house all through the night, will you comfort me? And when I silence the problem that you in, will it stay for me? I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want. When I call in the middle of the night, will you comfort me? When I drive to your house all through the night, will you comfort me? And when I silence the program that you in, will it stay for me? I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want.
Hey,
Yes.
that was awesome.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
that was awesome. That has come a very long way since the last
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's been a
you were
long
so
time.
good at
I think.
programming drums. You were so good at
Yeah.
programming drums.
Thanks.
That's
Wow.
gangster.
It's gangs.
Really gangster.
We need to do another Wilburn.
Yeah, I know.
Totally.
We do.
That was killer. Obviously, you can see the chat, right? The
Yes.
comments.
Those
Yeah,
comments are definitely a foreshadowing of how that album's going to be received.
that's great.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
I love
killer.
it.
Is it vocoder that's
Um,
happening, or is it a
There's some
harmonizer or
auto
something?
tune on the verses, like hard auto tune.
Oh,
Which
so, okay, that's
there's harmonies, so they feel like a very composite thing
Yeah, it almost sounds like vocoder or something.
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's
so
cool.
so Aaron's just kind of like writing analog drum parts of these. A
Yeah,
lot of these
yeah.
new
He's just gonna
moments are-
play for sure. Like new interpretations a little bit and making it more Philly and dynamic for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's so cool.
I can't wait to hear
So
this
excited.
set.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
play
Are you
that
playing
song live?
new songs?
We are gonna play that song. And
Heck
I was-
yeah.
yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't
dude.
think we talked about this before, but what's the last single you did called?
Always knew that you
Sorry,
needed.
The ascending Yaz in that song.
Yeah.
The ascending Yaz is
Yeah,
partially where my mind was
Mad
in
Girls.
Mad Girl's Love Song. Can you
Yeah.
talk about that?
Yeah.
I heard that and I was like,
It's a
that's
perfect
such a
mashup.
pop piece.
yeah.
I guess so, huh? It's like a
Yeah,
millennial.
yeah,
Wolf
yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two songs go so well together.
That new one and the
And
last
this one, yeah. This album's
Yes.
going to slap.
Your album's
That's
going to
what
be
I'm looking
good.
for.
It's not going to be as good as our album, but it's going to be really good.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
I'll listen to Johnny's album more than ours.
that's true.
That's
Same.
true.
I do. I listen. By the way, one of Jesse's songs, "Robocall," is like one of my top listened to songs of all time on
That's
Spotify.
awesome.
I've listened to that song like 10,000 times. It's such a good
love
song.
it.
Anyway,
It's so
"Robocall" off of Fantastic Wrist is like it's like one of my top favorite songs of all time.
That's
So,
the
anyway.
best.
It's the last tune, right?
Mhm.
Last tune on that album. Yeah.
Guys, I
Shall
love
we?
you.
Last
I love you.
raffle?
But
Last
it's
round.
time for the last. I
Oh,
think realistically. What?
Dude,
Oh my goodness!
wow.
It's
Are
not
you
even
Noah?
dude.
Dude, I feel like you're so
Oh,
much
Noah
older
can't hear
every
us,
time I
huh?
see you.
Oh.
Going off the finger.
We got our fingers.
Yes, you know.
You guys do another raffle. I'm gonna go split. and
Okay.
put these guys
Okay.
to sleep.
Perfect.
Thanks, Dave.
Good night.
Dave, thank you for being
Peterson.
here the whole time. Thanks for helping us mix our record. We'll talk.
It's a
You
beautiful
did a good
record.
job.
Everyone should get 2 copies.
Too.
True. Listen to
true.
Dave.
Listen
he's
to
Go do
smart.
your thing, Dave. We love you.
Bye,
Bye,
Dave.
Bye, everyone.
Petersons.
Bye.
Good
Bye,
night,
Noah.
y'all.
Bye.
Aw.
Aw.
Right.
I
I
miss
miss
being
those
married.
goons.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Right?
I'm serious. Like, we called Dave for like 6 months. We were talking to Dave every single day, like
Mhm.
about mixes, and then now we don't talk to him because we're not doing
It's okay.
That's sad.
We're just gonna get into the next record, and then we'll be back
Yeah, and then he's
there,
gonna
and
get
we'll
sick
shit
of
on
us
Dave and
again.
his family. Get sick
Yeah,
of
he's
us
gonna get
again,
sick
and the
of us.
cycle will continue over and over. Shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wish.
Wish.
Let me
Wish.
bring up
Wish.
the sheet of wisdom. Is that what we're calling it? Yeah, the spreadsheet of wisdom.
The sheet of wisdom.
The sheet
How
of
was I
wisdom.
holding
Dave.
this for?
Couldn't
I
tell
took a
ya.
sheet of wisdom this
All right.
morning.
Okay, getting to the end of the
Guys,
live
guys,
stream here.
this is the last VIP ticket raffle. The last winner of VIP and +1 for tour. Did we do all of our vinyl?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay.
3 vinyls.
Okay.
3 vinyl, 3
Yes.
ticks.
All right. This is the end of our stream. As soon as we announce this winner, we will be departing. It has been lovely playing you Happiness is Easy. It has been lovely having Jesse here, who will be with us all tour, starting in a few weeks. We're starting to head up. This is going to be a very special tour. Please, if you haven't gotten your tickets, do get them now. If you haven't pre-ordered your Happiness is Easy merchandise, please do get it now. And lastly, I just want to say thank you for continuing to support me and us through the process of music making, finding myself, all that sappy stuff. It means a lot to have you guys in my corner. I don't know if I would be here without you. So without further ado,
Hell yeah.
the final VIP winner and goodbye. Shall we?
All right, here we go.
Drum roll,
Take us
please.
away. Sam Jackson.
Sam
from Facebook.
Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
Jackson.
Hey, Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
All right.
Step right up, Sam Jackson.
And so step right up, Sam Jackson. I don't know what that voice is, but I'm digging it. Sam Jackson. Okay. Sam, we are going to reach out to let you know how you will be getting your merchandise. Everyone else who won, we will be doing the same as well. Album is out in
In an hour, I think.
In an hour, 1 hour from now.
1 hour. Happiness is Easy
Stream
Part
it.
1 is out. Please do stream the hell out of it. If we get put on some playlists, we could be
Put it on repeat as you go to bed.
it's-
Or something. I don't know.
put it on repeat. Come on, help a little indie band out. Put it on
Come on,
repeat on
whatever.
silent for days, weeks, whatever.
Yeah,
Hell, you know,
months, years.
trick that algorithm.
Heck yeah.
Okay, guys,
Thank
we
you.
love you. Thank you. That's all for now.
Love.
TWD, love Horace. See you on tour.
Of course.
Love you
See
guys.
you in
Tour,
2
please.
weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.